So, one more B blues scale would be starting at the 7th fret of the 6th string. So when we say B blues scale or key of B, find that B note quick. It's 7th fret on the 6th string. You got 3 position marker dots, 3rd fret, 5th fret, 7th fret, that dot. Think of that as B there on the 6th string. Probably start with your index for now. That's your root. Go to the 10th fret, that's a D. That's your minor 3rd. Is your handwork okay for that? Now, check this out. You don't really want your index to go flying out. If your index pops way out, okay, I'm exaggerating, but if it just picks up, see if you can get your index to stay planted. Then you can creep right over to the 5th string, 7th fret, and you got your 3 in a row. Alright, while we're at it, you can bend that note at the 10th fret, the D. That's a good one to bend. That's E, F, and F sharp. So we got B, D, E, F, F sharp, A, 4th string, 7th fret, resolves to B, 9th fret, 4th string. So kind of acknowledge that root. Start hearing that. There's your octave. Next you go to the 3rd string, 7th fret, D for your minor 3rd. You could just party down all day with those 3 notes. There's the E. That looks really square, doesn't it? So that's 9-7, 9-7, 9, or E, D, B, A, B. That's a good note to bend. I'm always trying to get you to hold that note. Oops, I missed. That's what I meant to play. Sometimes getting your picking fingers on the strings. I'm using index and thumb. Then you got your, that's 9th fret, 3rd string E, then you got your F. So with just those few notes, you can really make kind of limitless phrases and melodies. Different combinations of the same notes. It's kind of a test. How many different ways can you play those same old notes? Then you got your 5th interval, F sharp on the 2nd string, 7th fret. Notice how I keep resolving on that root. You can also resolve on A or the minor 3rd if it sounds good with the chord. The fourth kind of suggests you're going to an E chord. So be careful of the fourth. The fifth could be part of the B chord too. B minor or B7 or B major or B9. That's the B or F sharp on the second string, 7th fret, a fifth interval. Then you got your second string, 10th fret, A. See if you can do some hammer on pull off right there. Bring in the whammy bar. And finally your root. On the first string, 7th fret B, which is on the same fret as the 6th string root. Root, root, and the other root. So the roots are kind of your safe notes. Land on that, and if you get flustered or confused, just land on the root and let the music pass by a little bit. Make some space, think about it. Plan your next move. You also have a D on that first string. You can bend that D, whole step, half step, quarter step. And there's other notes you can add to the scale, but I'll try not to get too distracted throwing in chromatic notes or major thirds or sixths. What else? Or ninths. You can add more intervals to the scale, but let's not do that. So there you go. That and the chord that would work with that would be your classic B7. That's your index flat at the 7th fret. Bring in middle and ring. Or B major. Bring in pinky. Or you can make it a B minor, like B minor 7 or B minor. Or B9. But those would be your most common. Or B5, good old rock and roll business. So my Strat went out of tune because I yanked on the whammy bar. So that gives us a nice group of blues scales. If you followed all the previous videos, you could kind of work your way through those, and you'd really be covering the territory up to that point. And next time we'll probably sneak up and see if we can find a pattern through these frets. I'm sure we can. It's really common to do this with major and minor scales, but with blues scales it's a little more, you don't see it in as many books as the major and minor, common pentatonic, whatever. So yeah, blues scale is kind of one of my favorites. You can hear Jimi Hendrix play it, Stevie Ray Vaughan, Eric Clapton, Jeff Beck, Brian Setzer, all the greats play the blues scale. So yeah, man, just become the greatest blues player in your household, and then on your block, and then conquer some territory. Just be bold and dare to be awesome. So dig in and play and have fun. Use your ears. Try to pay attention to keeping your fingers not flying off the fretboard, but keep them kind of down, because then you can do that stuff like if you're going, that's just like a mess. So keep that index down, especially, because really all those notes could be used in that scale. I think that's overkill to bar the whole thing, but keep it kind of ready to lay flat without straining too hard. And then don't forget to throw in a chord. And, probably should start playing with some jam tracks, blues jam tracks off YouTube, or get together with your pals, or go to a blues jam and just sit in, say, hey guys, play in the key of B, and I'm just going to solo. And that's not unheard of. All right, hit them scales, dudes. Good job.